you know, we're working through our shadows right now. I'm in the middle of a shadow series. We've talked about boundaries, we've talked about victim mentality, not having communication, or being able to powerfully and confidently use your voice. We'll also be talking about insecurities and control issues and perfection and all of these things. But let's dive in a little bit about victim mentality, understanding it and how to overcome it. So, victim mentality is something that I think we've all experienced at some point in our lives, but it's not really about weakness, and it's definitely not somewhere that we should try to it's not a state of mind or mental thought that we should stay in. It's not healthy at all. So victim mentality is like a mindset where you see yourself as powerless, or you always feel like something is happening to you, or it's gonna happen to you, or woe is me, like this always happens, this sucks, why does this happen to me? So it's also like about blaming others for everything that happens to you. You typically don't take any accountability. You feel helpless, like you can't change everything. It's like a cup is half empty rather than full type of deal. And even if it's full one time, then I'm never going to let it be full again because I failed, and this is why I never think this is going to happen. You know, like that type of thinking. So, and also believing that life is unfair or bad things always happen to you. So it's important to remember you are not a victim. None of us are victims. We've all experienced negative things or have been a victim in a moment, but that doesn't determine who we are our entire life or as a person. We're not just labeled victim because something bad happens to us. Claiming that you're a victim and just staying in victim mentality is, to me, in my opinion, a way of just giving your power away, because you're saying, this happened to me, this always happens to me, this is how my life is always going to be, and that's just what it is, essentially. And then you're letting all of the negativity, the sadness, the anger, the grief, the hurt, the pain, the trauma, all just control you and your mind. And so it's just like a big dark cloud covering you and hovering you from wake up to night every single day. There might be one tiny little glimpse of sunshine, but you'll find a way to make sure a cloud covers that back up. And it's just like, who wants to live like that? I used to live like that, but since I used to live like that, I know that that's not a fun way to live. I know that it's very heavy and draining, and it's depressing. It's depressing. You always feel like something's wrong, and we don't want to live there. So remember that you're not a victim. Things happen for us, not to us. Things happen for us during an experience, for us to learn and to grow, whatever that is. Every single thing that we experience in life is a situation that we can learn and grow from, whether it's a positive thing, a negative thing, anything, every single thing we experience. So we just have to choose to think of it as, how can I grow from this? How can I be better? How can I not allow this to happen again? What happened to allow this to occur in this moment, and how can I change that, rather than, why is this happening to me? Why does this always happen? It's like, okay, now what? Like, what are you going to do about it, essentially? Don't just be a victim. We shouldn't want to be a victim. So victim mentality can happen because you've experienced a lot of repeated failures or challenges, or a lot of trauma in your past. You could be conditioned to just feel like you're a victim because that's just what your environment felt like or taught you. You can be emotionally overwhelmed, and that just makes you feel like a victim because so many things have just happened. But that doesn't mean that you are a victim, and everything doesn't stay rainy and gloomy forever. So take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt like life is happening to you instead of for you? How has this shaped your mindset? So blaming others or other circumstances. one of the main signs of victim mentality is consistently always blaming others or somebody else for your problems or for the reason why your life is how it is, or because, or for the reason you reacted how you reacted. Like, victim mentality, people don't take any type of accountability. It's always somebody else's fault. And I hate to break it to you, we're not in control of anybody else's actions, of course, so that's not your fault. But every decision that we make is what leads us to where we are. So we are the reason why something happened. We chose to respond that way. We chose to engage in this. We chose to do something like that. But that's okay. Now that I've done that, I know this isn't great for me, so I can now remove myself, learn from this experience, and go on to the next experience more empowered, more intelligent, more experienced, more wise, all of these things. So just think of it like that. So when you stay in a mindset of everything happens to me and it's everybody else's fault, then that kind of just keeps you stuck in a space of not taking any action to change your situation because you feel like everybody else should be doing it for you because it's everybody else's fault that your life is like this, or this experience is like this, or whatever is occurring in that moment. So don't say things like, I can't achieve my goal because no one supports me. That's not correct. If you're saying that, you can ask yourself, what steps have I taken on my own to make sure that I can achieve my goals, or to set me up for success to achieve my goals? And if the answer is nothing, then maybe you can't, or haven't, not that you can't, maybe you haven't achieved your goals because you haven't put any intentional action and energy into achieving your goals. Victim mentality has negative thought patterns. This always happens to me, nothing ever works out, I'm not going to try because it's not even going to make a difference. That keeps you stuck and feeling disempowered. So if that's anything that you're ever thinking, please quickly do some things to shift that from this always happens to me. This happened to me now, but it's not going to happen again because, or this happened to me this time because, like, if this always happens, what is the reoccurring, like, underlying thing? You know, try to tweak it and shift your perspective. Nothing ever works out. It didn't work out this time because of what reason? But next time I'll try this and I'm pretty sure it'll work out. If not, I'm gonna try again, and at some point I'm gonna succeed. Like, you're not always gonna fail. Why even try? It won't make a difference. Well, if you don't try, it's absolutely not going to make a difference. But if you do try, you open up yourself a possibility to succeed. I mean, closed mouths don't get fed, and if you don't open any doors, you're never going to be able to go outside. So that's up to you. You're not powerless unless you choose to be powerless. And thinking that life always happens to you and everything is everybody's fault is essentially making you powerless. Also, resisting solutions. So if you're complaining about something, or telling someone about an experience that you had and they're trying to give you advice, or they tell you something positive and you're always like, no, that's not gonna work, nope, I already tried that, I already did that, I know, like, do you want to stay where you're at, or do you want to try to evolve from that? Do you want to feel better, or do you enjoy feeling like that? That's kind of what victim mentality does. So don't say that won't work for me without even trying. Like, you need to at least try. If you're not trying, then of course it's not going to work, but that's because you're choosing to make sure it doesn't work for you because you're not doing anything about it. You have to take the first step. So victim mentality can impact your mindset, make you feel like a loser, powerless, your life's always always going to suck. You're always going to be a terrible person, a failure, whatever you feel like. And you're always going to keep putting yourself in situations to reiterate that storyline that feeds that negative ass, strong ass ego that's telling you, I'm a victim. I'm always going to be a victim. And this is just why life sucks. And we don't want to do that. We want to shift our mindset to more positive thinking, glass half full, Life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. Our life doesn't suck because of other people. We just have to make intentional actions and decisions to change our life and change our habits to change our life. So if you notice that you have any of those habits or mindsets, just put a little bit of extra intention into shifting, unless you enjoy feeling like that. But if you enjoy feeling like that, please just keep your misery to yourself, because nobody wants the misery. But I have this little toolbox here for you if you ever want to tap into it or water these seeds that I planted for you to shift your mindset. Life happens for us. We're experiencing something for a reason. So what is the reason? It's not a negative reason. It's something to help us grow and evolve so that you can do it better next time. You can become a better person, a more experienced person. You can show up differently because every experience allows us to learn things and take nuggets from them and show up differently every single day. That's the beauty of life. And every single step and action that we take is us putting down a brick to pave our future. And if you're not putting any bricks down, then it's just going to be chaos. If you're choosing not to do anything, then of course life is happening to you because you're choosing not to take any action. You're choosing not to live. You're just choosing to be. And that's always going to make you a victim, I guess. But I used to live in that space and I don't enjoy that space. So I'm not judging if you are in that space. I've been there. I think we've all experienced it. But I hope that you want better for yourself than to feel like that and feel heavy, because it's way lighter, way brighter, way better, way more peaceful and fulfilling on the other side of victim mentality. So if you want to break through your victim mentality mindsets, you can utilize human design to understand like where your triggers are, where you're conditioned, and my energy coaching can help you with that. Know yourself, love yourself, energy coaching. Human design is something that really helped me change my life on my self-discovery journey. It's my favorite self-discovery tool, and it's something that I want everyone to have access to and to be able to learn and utilize, because life is about self-discovery and becoming like the best versions of ourselves. And this tool is free. All you gotta do is research and learn and put intention into wanting to know who you are and be the best version of who you are every single day. So anyways, if you would like to sign up or learn more, sabledanielle.com/let's-work. We could book a consultation. And if you don't know your energy type, sabledanielle.com/get-my-chart. And you can get your free energy body graph and see what energy type you are. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe.